You know, I might not look it to you, but I'm 2 years old. Really. Just 2. I was born 2 years ago. And in the last 2 years, I have been having the most amazing time of my life. I wake up every day and I just create anything that is in my imagination. I color outside the lines. I talk to people who are heroes in my books. I get to play and sing and just dance with thousands of people every single day. I lead a team that I love to see every morning. I wake up in the morning and I say, thank you, universe, for allowing me to have this life of 2 years. I hope you play with me today. I hope you find out how old you are today. And I promise you, by the end of this 90 minutes, you're going to find out who you are and what you're meant to do in your life. But before we go there, I have to talk to you about my death. I died in 2006. I died in 2006. And I didn't know it. My body stayed the same. Actually, I looked amazing. I was at my perfect weight. My hair was just glowing. Beautiful, long, down to my waist. People would say, you look so good. Beautiful. Everything. I looked so amazing. And I would look in the mirror and I would see this beautiful woman stand in front of me. She did not know that she died. In July 2006, my 35-year-old husband passed away of colon cancer. He was the love of my life. I adored him. I loved him more than life itself. When he was diagnosed with cancer, I wanted to be the one who had it. When the doctor said he has 6 months to live, I ran to the bathroom and threw up. I couldn't understand what was happening. We had a 9-month-old daughter and a 2.5-year-old daughter. We had just moved from the Silicon Valley to the Boston area to start a new chapter in our lives. And my husband, 6'4", Scandinavian, blonde hair, blue-eyed, genius, people used to call him a genius, he was an amazing guy, was diagnosed with stage 4, terminal, colon cancer. And he was supposed to die in the next 6 months. I was 30 years old and he was 31. For the next 4 years, we fought for his life. We traveled the world. We even went to the Philippines. We tried new drugs. He nearly died there. So I lied to all the doctors and I said, we're just gonna go for coffee. And instead, I grabbed him, put him on a plane, lied to the airlines, gave him morphine, put him to sleep because he was having a bowel obstruction and he was dying as we're going, and brought him all the way back home to Dana-Farber to save his life, even though he died 8 months later. I lost half of my hair from stress, fear. I wanted to scream and say, why me? Why is this happening to me? A few years prior to that, my hubby and I lost our first child. She was born and died immediately after. I thought that was going to be the one life interruption that I was going to live with. And then when he died, I thought, why me? Why again? What is happening here? And let me not forget to mention to you that I have a master's from a university in England, number 3 in the country. My thesis was on the stages of bereavement. Thank you. The stages of bereavement could not help me when I walked away from him for the first time after he died in July of 2006. I remember the doctors pronounced him dead, and I had stayed right next to his side literally for 15 hours straight. There was one bathroom visit, holding his hand all the way to his last breath. And now they asked me to let him go. I had to let him go. So I let him go. I was experiencing that moment in time and walked away. That walk from that bed to outside of the room, that's when my death took place. My first death. What I didn't know at the time was that I was living in what I call the waiting room. Do you know what the waiting room is? You all have one. You have one. You have one. Maybe you're walking out of that one, I know now. Everyone has had one at some point in their life. And let me describe to you what the waiting room is. The waiting room is beautiful sometimes, so cozy and comfortable. You have an amazing couch, chairs, flat screen TV. You may even have a couch from Pottery Barn. Your friends come and go, they bring you coffee, you have parties, you hang out, and you think that's your life. You think that is your home. And what is the waiting room? The waiting room is a very comfortable space where you sit there and wait for something really big to happen, to go out and live the big dream that you have. I was in the waiting room when I worked at this big company, and I was living the life that everyone was so happy to see me have. They were so happy and proud of me. Christina, oh my gosh, look at you. Your husband died. You lost a child, and now look at you climbing the corporate ladder. And then I realized one day, out of the blue, this sucks. Shame on me. Shame on me. I'm sorry, but it was just so shameful that one day I woke up on Sunday and I said, I think this is it. I'm going to go resign from the job that I worked so hard to get. I spent 3 years in that place, raising my children alone, making the money, climbing the corporate ladder. So I walked to my manager and said, 2 weeks from now, it's going to be my last day. What are you talking about? 2 weeks from now, I will no longer be here. So they offered me a bigger job. I said, Christina, here's another job for you. Please stay. I said, 2 weeks from now, this is going to be my last day. I'm going to go and start something on my own. So I left the waiting room of my life. That's the day this person showed up. And second first was born one night at 2 a.m. in the morning when my brain was trying to escape from the reality of my life. I said, I need to do something else. I need to change the world. What happened to me that I was dead inside and nobody knew, and everybody kept saying to me, we can cook food for you, we can bring you food every day for the rest of your life so we can help you. I nearly named my upcoming book, No More Casseroles. I had enough food to eat for years, so people didn't know how to help me, and I'm not complaining, I'm just so grateful for them, but that's the only way they knew how to help, bring me food. So I launched Second First. Within a few months, thousands and thousands and thousands of people found their way to my very action-oriented approach to coming back to life, no matter the life interruption you've experienced. And you might not have experienced a death or a divorce, but how many of you in this room have gone through a life interruption of any kind? Raise your hand. Raise your hand higher. And what happens within us, we actually, that person that was there the moment before it happened, goes away. And we keep looking to find that person that was there before, and we can't. We keep trying to wear these clothes that no longer fit, and we keep trying and trying and trying, and it doesn't work. I've had many life interruptions, from death, loss, breakups. There's so many of them. So now that you know why I'm here, I hope you're ready to play with me. And if you let me help you re-enter life after your life interruption. How does that sound? Good?